Hello and welcome. I am just going to cast and call a circle of protection around the entire energetic field, utilizing all of the elements and directions around us, starting with east air, south fire, west water, north earth, and center spirit. I'm going to recognize all three of the worlds in perfect harmony: celestial, earth realm, ancestors, and we are between the worlds, and what happens between the worlds affects all of the worlds. And I call to the guides and guardians, wisest ancestors, ascended masters, angels, and starry beings that love all of us beyond any reason, to give the clearest information that needs to come through right now. So I'm just going to begin, and whoever jumps on is whoever jumps on. As some of you may know or may not know, the Lion's Gate, a time that people is talking about a portal, and I wanted to share the information that I've been receiving throughout the sun's journey through the crab, the scarab, as we are headed towards the lion, Leo, the Sphinx. So as the sun has been traveling through the crab constellation, through the scarab, through the crayfish, a lot of mysteries have been revealed, and I see this part of the sky as really a source gate, cosmic waters, the death gate, this place where a lot of mystery has been kind of tucked away. And in the center of the crab, in the center of the scarab, is a collection of stars called the Beehive Cluster. And the Beehive Cluster was known as the manger, a place where Christ was laid to rest, or Christ was born, and also known as the Beehive Cluster of the bee priestesses. These bee priestesses were called the Melissa. They worship Persephone and Demeter, and were really known as the oracles of Delphi. So whether you see it as a place of Christ consciousness, or of the bees, or of the priestesses, or of the oracles, it's really this pineal gland opening. And so much in the mysteries for so long under the patriarchal structure, it's all been very he, father, son, and the divine feminine, the goddess, she's been buried, beheaded, burned, and the mysteries have been hidden from us for so long, but they're all in the stars. And in this Beehive Cluster, in the center of the crab, in the center of the scarab constellation in the sky on our zodiacal wheel, this Beehive Cluster really holds that divine feminine, the Christ Sophia, the feminine aspect of the Christ consciousness, with Mary Magdalene being the high priestess. Mary Magdalene, the high priestess of the Christ Sophia, the Shekinah dove, the feminine mysteries of the Christian gnosis. You know, everything, all the mythology, all the stories, there's a gnosis behind all of it. It wasn't until everything became controlled and greed and power and to manipulate other people that it kind of like lost its magic. So right now a lot of this is a very like dead way of thinking. It's a dead way of looking at the mythology, and people are not in their will forces. People are just easily giving over their empowerment and their sovereignty to whoever they see as like above them, or on a pedestal, or, you know, in charge, really giving personal authority away to the other authority, to the false authority. So whether that's your preacher, or your mom, or your father, or your doctor, or the TV, or the president, whoever it is, nobody is above you, and nobody on this planet can have your truth. It's impossible for anybody to know your truth. It's only you can know your truth. So really staying in that place of like knowingness as the sun has been traveling through the scarab, through the crab constellation in the sky, really getting that pineal gland activated to the divine feminine, and opening up different parts of our brain, opening up different parts of our understanding. And it's been critical during this time, if any of you have been experiencing this, where things are going to be falling away. it's a clearing, and the clearing is mandatory. The clearing is necessary. So whether that's like a falling out with somebody or just getting rid of old stuff in your house, making sure your house is clear, I recommend clearing your house every 3 days. You can do this by cleaning, like actually cleaning, wiping the dust up, doing your laundry, also burning some herbs, having some smoke clearing, spraying, playing crystal bowls, playing sound. And if anybody needs any kind of clearing playlist, I can send stuff to you. You can just DM me. So it's important to clear. It's also important to clear ourselves. So we're picking stuff up all along the way, whether that's over the screen, out in the world. Like, we're all empaths and we pick things up, and there's a lot of like energy that wants to hang on right now, but it can be easily cleared away. We just have to consciously be clearing it. So really doing these clearing rituals like meditations, salt baths, connecting to nature, going out in nature, walking barefoot, sitting with the trees, like consciously clearing stuff off of you. Especially like if you take clients, if you're interacting with a lot of people, you need to be clearing yourself every single day and clearing your home every 3 days. So it's really important because the sun is kind of in the in-between right now. You know, we're in the dark moon today. We'll be in the new moon tomorrow for this 8/8 Lion's Gate. So when you're in the dark moon, like really give it all up as an offering, as a blessing. I think a lot of times we want to get rid of something that we've been working on. We're like, why won't I drop this? Why can't I get rid of this? What's wrong with me? Why are these old patterns coming back up? And it's like, no, that's not what's happening. You're not backsliding. I promise you're not backsliding. It's coming up because there was like more in there, the residual residue, the holographic imprints, like places that just a little tiny bit remain. Like most of it's gone. You know, you spilled the stuff everywhere and there's just a little sheen left. You're like, oh, let me clean it a second time. So don't even try to figure it out. If old stuff is coming to the surface, don't dive back into it. Don't try to figure it out. Just be like, oh, the residual, the residue, the leftover goo, the holographic imprint, it's really being alleviated. It's being lifted and cleared. So just let it go, let it clear, let the angels take it, let your guides take it, and you know, just really keep yourself clearing, because the sun, you know, it's traveling. We're going through the Lion's Gate, and the Lion's Gate is a magical time. It's connected to, of course, lion, like big lion energy, big Leo energy, as the sun is about to go into the Leo constellation. So all that is lion, you know, king, queen of the jungle. Like, you can't fuck with a lion. Lion is going to stay sovereign. Lion is going to be the like master of their domain. Lion's not going to let you mess with them. Lion is going to relax in the sun and be regal and be refined and not be bothered by petty bullshit. So I see that as where we're headed as the sun is going through this Lion's Gate. But the Lion's Gate is also really associated with the star Sirius. And I'm sitting right now by my outside Sirius altar, and I highly recommend to make outside altars. So much when we make altars, it's in our home, and those are great. But we can make outside altars where we can connect to these stellar and planetary energies outside. So I love making outside altars to stars, and I have one to star Sirius that is definitely a part of my chart. It's conjunct my midheaven, so I've got like my star Sirius up above. So for me, these times are really magical, and the star Sirius is rising in the sky. So it's so important for us to clear the dense energy, the stuck gunk on us. I just kind of see it as thick energy. It's like if you've got 10 blankets over you, you're not going to be able to hear or see or feel or smell. You're going to be blocked by all this stuff. So keep removing the dense energy, keep removing the blankets off of you, like keep clearing your energy so that you can hear the messages from Sirius. Sirius, known as the Scorcher, this really the brightest star in our sky, and very much connected to ancient Egypt, and also connected to the dogs, known as the dog star. So we've got cat energy, we've also got this canine energy. So guardians, if you think about the dogs, they're the guardians, and you need a guardian at your gate. If you're this like primal cat goddess, you're gonna have guardians at your gate. You're not gonna let just like any like fuckboy like walk through the door. You're gonna make sure that you've got guardians at your gate. And so really remembering protection. Protection, protection. Clear, clear, clear. Protect, protect, protect. Clear out the shit. Protect your energy. You can see this as your aura. You can see this as your boundaries. You can see this as your immune system. All of these things to me are very much the same. It's the Wei Qi in Chinese medicine. You're also going to want to protect your home and your property. So you personally are protected and your home and property is protected so that you can be that regal lion, so that you can connect to Star Sirius and receive all of the information, all the codes in your DNA that your ancient ancestors put in that are going to be activated now by this star. We are made of star stuff. This isn't just some like woo-woo like, oh, gates and stars. It's like the stars are up there. It's physics. Like it's biology. We are created of star material. And when that star material is activated by these stars in the sky, things in us wake up, things in us turn on. Like our bodies are very high functioning and we have a technology to us. All the technology isn't just in the screen. So as we go further into the Aquarian age, everyone's like, fuck yeah, Aquarius, like age of Aquarius, I'm done with Pisces. It doesn't mean that it doesn't have a shadow side, and it's important to remember that the controlling systems don't just poof disappear because we now are like traveling deeper into the Aquarian age. You can think we're still in the age of Pisces. You can think we're in the age of Aquarius. We're in a blending. I see it as in a blending time, the age of Pegasus, because Pegasus constellation goes over Pisces and Aquarius. So Pegasus being the third eye of Medusa, that horsepower, the heart, like moving quickly. We're in the bridge. We're in the bridging time, and we're in a bridging time with the sun going from the crab into the lion. So it's really important to remember that the age of Aquarius can be way too much tech. It can be a takeover of the digital world, of big tech. And the further you go into your screen, the more disconnected you become from nature. The further you go in to these devices, the more you're manipulated and controlled. Who controls these phones? Who controls these apps? Who controls all of it? The algorithms are being fed to us. So remember your autonomy and remember your sovereignty as you go into the lion. And I would say, I don't usually do forecasts, but I've been getting kind of preliminary. I've been getting some forecasts, and I'm seeing that this right here, the screen, it's an awesome way to connect to people. I love being able to connect to people all over the globe. However, it can be a swirling vortex of pure anger and war and chaos and just shit. And remember that it's not your job to stay swirling around in the pain and suffering. It's not your job to stay swirling around in the pure chaos. Think about how precious your energy is. Think about your time off. Think about the energy that you cultivate by the food that you buy and eat and digest. Think about that precious fuel, that golden elixir inside of you, your chi, and how you don't want to just waste that on anything. And when you're putting all this energy into the divide, where is that energy going? Who is it going to? Because as we fight each other, as humans fight each other, the billionaires are only getting more billionaires. The rich are only getting richer. The control powers are only getting stronger. The more we fight each other, they don't care. The global elite, it's a fucking pyramid scheme, and we're the ones on the bottom holding everything up, where the ones on top are controlling everything. And eventually there could be so much of a financial shift, a money transfer, that the ones that hold the small little percent on top that hold all the money could own everything. So we can't let that happen. I had a dream the other night about the number 99.91%, and I'm like, oh, that's us. We're the 99.91%, and the ones that are trying to control us are very small. They're not even 1%. So remember that whenever you feel disempowered from something, that there is actually way more of us than the greedy ones on top, and there needs to be a balancing of energy. We can't stay in the patriarchy any longer. It's making us sick. We can't have the divine mysteries buried and burned and severed. The goddess cannot be beheaded. She cannot be buried and rejected and repressed, where now she's become evil. So many things that are called evil and demon and horror are really the things that are here to set us free. So really look beneath the surface. Spend time away from the screen. I've been turning my phone off every day at a certain time and just putting it in a drawer, and I'm feeling so much better. So if I'm spending less time on here, it's because I'm spending more time like in my actual life. Like I really feel like it's so important, because if we don't break the habit now with the phone, then when will we? Because technology doesn't look like it's stopping. We're the ones that need to have a healthy relationship. I mean, these iPhones are more addictive than crack. I've been addicted to meth, I've been addicted to cocaine, I've been addicted to like alcohol, I've been addicted to so many things in my life. I'm a recovering addict, and this phone is like the most addictive thing that I've ever experienced. So some magic that you can do right now during this time is release today. Take a salt bath, go on a walk, do some deep breathing, disconnect from all of the bullshit. Go and tune into your own pineal gland. Listen to yourself. If you got all these voices around, you've got all these people telling you what you should or shouldn't do, and like, you're not going to be able to hear yourself. And it's mandatory, because the sun is going from the scarab into the sphinx, into the lion, the regal lion, the time of like your empowerment to really be in your domain, and connecting to the Christ consciousness or the oracles or just your own pineal gland is going to be really essential to be able to get these downloads from Sirius. So moving the dense energy away so that you can receive the upgrades that are part of you. We are made of stars. Like, we are made of star stuff. This is pure physics. This is biology. This is science. So really listening to yourself. And if you can't hear yourself, spend some time alone. Go into a room, turn everything off, and just listen to yourself. We are always filling all our void space with screen and stuff. And when you're overstimulated, you're running your engine at a speed that it doesn't need to go. So you can get stuff done without having to be stressed out. And I really think that this time in the lion is going to be really magical. I'm really excited to dive more into the mysteries of the Sphinx. I think there's a lot there, and I will share my findings, and I hope everyone has a magical Lion's Gate, and happy new moon, and blessings to all, and be well. Bye bye.